mug is gonna be blue. Ba-dee-da, ba-dee-da, blue, ba-dee-da. Skål! The salted pork is particularly excellent. Welcome to camp.
We're at camp.
What an off year we've had.
What a year.
Usually by now, we would have done a video in the spring and said, hey, we're back! And we'd film from our backyard fire pit and cook something. And there'd be snow on the ground and the dog running around. And we'd be all excited to get out and do stuff. And then we wouldn't talk to you fine folks for another 3 months. So we'd say we're back and then not be back. And then we'd be like, now we're really back and we're at camp.
And we post a bunch of videos once we're at camp.
Well, yeah. And we haven't even done that this year.
No.
So what an off year. What the heck's been going on?
What the heck?
Yeah, to even think back, we had the wettest spring on record in our state.
Mm-hmm.
So the early spring was wet, the mid-spring was wet. We did get our garden in. We always plant our garden the weekend before Memorial Day. So they always say put it in most things after your last threat of frost, which is technically where we are Memorial Weekend. We always do it the weekend before, because we're at camp Memorial Weekend. We did get it in this year, but it rained like every weekend up till then.
Yeah, because we didn't open camp until Memorial Day. And we've historically in the last 4 years always opened the second or third weekend of May.
Yeah. We've been up here, we got our tent up, I don't even remember when. We bought a new tent, got it up, and then it rained. I think. Did we get it up the weekend before? We get the garden in and then come right up here, I think the Sunday.
Yeah, we came up on Sunday to bring up stuff
Saturday,
and
garden all day.
And put the tent in.
Sunday, put the new tent up in the new place. What a year.
Yeah, and then then we were here for the week for Memorial Day.
Yeah, took the week. It's nice, didn't get enough done, never do, but it was the first time we were really up here. So we're like, hey, I'm gonna boogaloo.
And it was cool and rainy.
Yeah, and it was a lot cooler.
It was much cooler.
All our fur,
I wore
all
shoes the whole week.
I did too. But that's not as unusual. You wore shoes all week. I wore wool all week.
Yeah, we used our wool all week. It was only there was a couple of really nice days. But we had a lot of cooler days that week. But we've been here pretty much every weekend since.
Yeah, through the rain and the clouds.
But then the weather really finally got nicer.
It got nicer, and we had fall soap, and then we enjoyed the midsummer.
Yep.
We had the solstice up here, and we enjoyed the midsummer, and we had some friends up here. Bourbon and Schultz came and joined us, and that Saturday was beautiful. And even I stayed up a little later. I'm known for going to bed a little earlier. If you ever come up here, I tend to go to bed a little earlier. But staying up a little later, the year was turning nice. And then Bourbon and Schultz had to leave Saturday, and then Sunday.
Yeah, we had a nice night. It was a beautiful evening. We remarked on how beautiful the evening was. And then oh my God!
The bridge is gone. I don't know where it is.
Holy!
Gone. That's when it's
Oh my God, it's gone.
gone. Legitimately cannot leave.
So that happened.
Yeah. So
We had a flash flood. The storm started around 5:15 because I went back and checked all the timestamps because it woke me up. So I got up and recorded some of the thunderstorm noise. And then we were both awake listening to the storm. So the timestamp tells me we woke up about 5:15 to the storm. Said, "Hey, this sounds like we're getting some rain." And I described it as sounding like we got power washed, but it wasn't anything. We knew it was a big storm, but it wasn't right on top of us. Mm-hmm. So we weren't getting ready to run for the car for safety, but we were alert. So
we were awake. The new tent leaked.
It did, yeah. The tent roof leaked. So we were definitely awake. But we finally left the tent around 7, saying, well, it's time to make coffee. The rain's let up. Let's start our day. And that's when we opened the door and discovered the bridge was gone.
Well, that's when I opened the door and found rushing water going past our tent. So the new tent is a yurt. And yurts need to be on level ground. Traditionally, in the steppes and the east, where they traditionally erect yurts, they have plains, and it's very flat, so you don't have to worry about it. Where we are, we're in a mountain with rocks and
very
stuff,
not flat.
So I built a deck to put our yurt on. So opening the door to the yurt, or gur, if you want to be fancy, the water was rushing by the deck.
It was probably 3 inches deep.
At least, yeah. So you go, shit, now what? We have running water up here. And it was all flowing down to our creek, which I believe we've shown in a few videos, our lovely, lovely creek, which is just a little creek. We built a little bridge over it without worrying about it, because it's not that, in the spring it tends to be a little higher. Sorry, I talk with my hands.
The snow melt.
It tends to be a little higher, the snow melt and everything, but then it dies down and we have a little creek and you can just jump across it, whatever. And this thing was a raging river when I walked down to go look to see what was going on.
Mm-hmm. So when I just was walking earlier, I was standing in the middle with the dog because now it's only, 3-4 inches deep. I was standing right in the middle and looking at the banks, and that water in the center was probably 3.5 feet high instead of the 3 inches it usually is.
Well, and realistically, it was actually deeper on the other shore.
Yeah.
Coming from where we are now, the other shore is deeper. Coming into the woods, it'd be the near shore. Mm-hmm. For some reason, it swept out and dug out just the way it was flowing more that way. Very strange.
It was wild. It was a wild thing to experience.
So where we are, we park up in the field, and you walk down a hill to the creek, and then you cross the creek over what was our little bridge, and then you come up a hill into our woods. So we were stuck in the woods trying to figure out how to get to our car.
We were safe, but totally stranded.
Or land ship.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the land ship. Irony understands, but cars?
Right?
I went upstream a little bit where it's usually more shallow and tried to cross and immediately almost got swept away. So that's when I knew we were in trouble. Because usually upstream it's much more shallow, you could walk across, usually it trickles there and then picks up a little more. And I almost got washed away upstream. So just kind of went back to the gur and went like, well, I guess we live here now. And just stay here forever. The dog was like, "It's raining. I'm fine in this tent. I'm dry. I'll sit here forever." And that's what we did.
And he
And
said, well,
we live here now. We haven't left in a month.
right? He said, well, we've got food and water and time to figure this out, I suppose. So we did. Eventually, he did get across.
Yeah, so we sat there for another hour. We found coffee and woke up a little bit. And then I tried again. The water level dropped a little bit. I was able to get across with a stick. I found a stick that looked like a sturdy walking stick. And I was able to poke around. Again, both bridges were gone. I knew the wooden bridge was gone. Tried to find the stone bridge. That bridge was gone. That damn goddamn gone. That's when I knew kind of we were in trouble. Like, it was enough to wash the wooden bridge away. I don't know if the wooden bridge knocked the stone bridge or the water knocked the stone. I don't know.
Who knows?
So I was able to poke my way across and hop for it. And then I was on the far bank going, well, now what, stupid? You made it. Now what? What do? You're over here. Congratulations. Do I run? Do I make a run for it? Bye, honey. I'm going to hotwire your car and go to town. I'll send someone back for you, maybe.
But he didn't.
But I did. I knew when I built the deck for the yurt, I bought the lumber from an Amish fella. And shout out to Emery the Amishman. Almost an Irishman. Emery the Amishman. This is my public announcement for why you should always buy your lumber from the Amish. And why they're great. Emery says anything under an 18-footer is a 16-footer. So the 16-foot 2x4s I bought from them were really 17.5-ish feet. So they reached across. So the old wooden bridge was really on the ground, and we moved a couple of big rocks on the ends to use as steps. And those 16-footers, which are really just anything under 18 foot, so they're really 17.5, reached stone to stone. And I was able to, listen, my fellow Viking Age Scandinavian reenactors, as we are all Viking Age Scandinavians, or as we will shorthand and say Vikings, my fucking Roman instincts kicked in, and I built the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I built the bridge. I put 3 2x4s across, and again, now for nothing, being Amish lumber, real 2x4s. 2-inch by 4-inch by 17.5-inch. They skimp on, they don't skimp, they guess on the length, but they're real 2x4s. 3 across. Grabbed some pallets that a buddy of mine took apart, because he was going to build something with them that were on the far bank. Threw them across them 2x4s, and was able to balance my happy fat ass across that creek. Coming to the rescue of Lannon and the dog. Sort of. I mean, I did, but I also had it in my brain like, well, I got to make this bridge better. So I went to the shed and pulled out, I got a little tin can, as everyone does when you got a shed. You got a tin can full of rusty old nails. And I grabbed the hammer, and I hammered down them boards.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized it was too narrow, so I grabbed a couple more 2x4s. Excuse me. And slid them under there and supports and made a pretty decent janky bridge.
It worked.
It worked. It got us across.
It got us across, got our stuff home.
We were able to cross. We were able to get, well, we got the stuff out first, which we were ready to leave everything, but the bridge was sturdy enough to get some more stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came to bringing the dog, and he wasn't too thrilled with that. But
No, he was not a fan of the wobbly bridge,
Mm-hmm.
but he crossed it to go home.
And then it was like the end of a horror movie, right? Dawn's coming up, or it felt like it. Of course, by now
Yeah.
it was what, 10:30?
Oh, no, it's closer to noon.
Closer
I
to
think.
noon, yeah. But it felt like dawn's coming up as we're driving home through we cut through a lot of small southern tier towns to get here. So you're driving through small redneck towns. We took the mainish roads, which out here is subjective, but you know.
Instead of our usual back road route.
Yeah. Drove through lower, slower Cincinnatus.
Because there was we
felt
didn't
like
know
you
how
had a
much
poor
flood
road.
damage there was.
Driving, not sure if the serial killer's still in the back seat, but dawn feels like dawn's coming up. And
Yeah, it was.
Jason's
really
gonna
crazy.
pop out of the lake. Like, we survived. It felt weird.
It
but
was.
We felt like survivors. Telling the story now is probably not as epic as what it felt, but I mean it.
Not having experienced anything like that, it was quite dramatic feeling.
Yeah, it was.
Well, so then the following week was 4th of July,
Oh God.
and we came up for that. The weather was beautiful.
Well, and we knew we had people coming up for that.
Yeah,
So
we had about 10 to 12 people here.
I came up the Friday.
Yep.
And I didn't feel like building the bridge Friday. I was in Mundania. I gotta work all day.
Yep.
We gotta work all day. You come to camp. Alright, use that janky ass bridge. The dog's like, no, I don't wanna.
He just walked across the now much reduced creek.
Yeah, he just went across the creek. He's like, screw you. Well, we got our stuff over the janky bridge. And I got up Saturday, and Alfred was here, and him and I built the new bridge.
But now we have a fancy new bridge.
Do some video of him. So yeah, we built the new bridge.
There was a
We
rescue of
found
the old bridge.
which, thanks to Lump and Schultz, went and got it.
Yep.
So Lump found it, and then we all went and tried to grab it. Again, we're manly man. Well, go lift it up. The first bridge, and this is kind of what kills me, the first bridge I built solid.
Yes.
It's 2x6s on the sides and the ends. 2x4 runners, and every plank is a 2x4 going across. Like, I built this thing, but I also built it without ever thinking about maybe someday I'll have to take it apart.
Yeah.
Move it, take it apart, anything. So I used whatever screws I had. T12, T20, T10, Phillips, flatheads, squares, whatever the heck I had. Every star bit under the sun. So taking it apart to be able to move it was a bitch and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So we did a bunch of that, dragged it back, and then Schultz and Lump went and got it again. And dragged it back and earned themselves some silver.
Mm-hmm.
I said, after the first time trying it, we tried to lift it, it was heavier than sin. Tried dragging it, pulled part of it off when we tried to drag it. And one of the screws almost went in Lump's leg. I said, listen, I don't feel like taking this thing. And he said, well, what if we just go get it tomorrow? And I said, whoever gets it tomorrow, if I don't have to get up and go get it, earn some silver. So they did. They earned themselves some dwarven silver. Gave them 2 pieces of dwarven silver.
Mm-hmm. So then there was a brand new bridge, and there was another brand new bridge.
So Alfred and I built a brand new bridge. We put the wood bridge where the old stone bridge was so we can drop the stones and hopefully let the water flow more.
Mm-hmm.
Not have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. But we had really nice weather that week, too.
And the rest of the week we had nice weather.
We ate some really good food.
We had a lot of great food.
Here's some pictures of food.
Is this food?
I made homemade bread over the fire for the first
We
time.
made bread. Bourbon made biscuits.
Biscuits.
Sausage gravy and bourbon.
And savory
And-
waffles with hollandaise and beef. That was
The
delicious.
jalapeno waffles. The
Mhm.
jalapeno savory waffles were great with some pulled beef.
Get
We
some
ate
burritos. We ate so good that week.
Yeah.
Pulled ham. Did ham.
Always got to do
We
it.
ate ham all week.
And then
So much ham.
ham and beans.
Ham and
What are
beans.
Good beans.
Yeah.
Some beans over the fire. With the lamb.
Yeah.
The lamb burgers.
That's right. I
For
was
4th
like,
of
lamb.
July, America's
Sweet.
birthday.
We made lamb
We did
burgers.
some
I
Viking
forgot.
Viking barbecue.
They were so good.
We pressed, we ground some lamb and pressed them into hamburgers and made lamb burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Viking, and used pita for the buns. So we used some Viking hamburgers.
Tzatziki. Oh, those lamb burgers
They
were
were
so
good.
good.
They were real good.
We definitely had a good food week. That's for
Yeah.
sure. And weather.
Good. We
That's
had
nice.
great weather. We finally had good weather. We built some bridges, cleared some things out. Finally hit our stride.
I think so.
We're getting there. I figured by now we'd have the long haul started. Always been the goal. Build a Viking long haul. I figured this spring we'd come down early, start getting it in. Original plan was to essentially build a pole barn, which is sort of Viking-ish, Viking-ish Scandinavian, sort of dugout pole barn, but we can't do that where we are, so I had to wrap my head around how to do freestanding uprights.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally did, but because of all the rain, it took too long. So next year, we hope to get the freestanding uprights freestanding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been such a weird year with everything, and
It has.
we're not where I want to be. But we are where I want to be, because we're at
We're
camp.
here.
So, playing Viking in the woods, which is the ultimate goal always.
Right?
So that's my rant. You got anything to add to the rant?
I don't think so. I mean, it has. It's been a different year, but when we've taken, I think, more time when we're relaxing to just enjoy and relax. Like I said, we haven't been filming as much, but there's been a couple times where it's been, I'm just so relaxed. I want to just enjoy the moment. Not, we could never be YouTube hustlers. Because sometimes you just have to relax.
We do this for fun.
Yeah.
I love every once in a while, randomly, like such and such is subscribed to you on YouTube. Like, oh yeah, we got a YouTube channel.
We
Forgot
do.
about that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And if you're a returning viewer, thanks for your likes and subscribes. We appreciate it. It keeps us thinking about it and to do more. It just hasn't been much this year.
Yeah, get all your friends to subscribe. It'll motivate us to do more. Hopefully, we do more of the content that you enjoyed watching and got you to subscribe in the first place. And we'll do more of that. But let us know what that is, because we never know. I do want to do a video showing off the uprights, so
Yes.
finally wrapped my head around those and made them.
We have been doing stuff. There's been a lot of stuff going on back here in the woods. Just,
Oh yeah, we updated the woodshed.
if we're working, we're not
Upgraded the
filming.
woodshed.
It's hard you can't work and film at the same time unless you got someone else to film for you. So if you want to
It's
film
just
for
us.
us,
Yeah,
know.
if you want to hold a camera and follow us around and see some of the neat shit around here, and we'll show you. Just let us know.
I guess that's it from the woods for now. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll cook something this weekend. Maybe it'll be in this video. Maybe it'll be in another video. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, plan on coming down earlier and making some rye flatbreads.
Mm-hmm.
Only want to mention that because our garden at home, which will hopefully show off eventually. I think we've done maybe a little footage. It keeps getting bigger. I heard rye is a good cover crop, so I went down a rye rabbit hole, and now we're gonna grow rye. We started in the fall to cover crop.
And we have a grain grinder at home, a grain mill.
And yes, if you let it go, there's a patch I want to let go until we're ready to plant, to actually make more rye to plant for your cover crop, and then we grind some into grain. And potentially we'll have enough to make our own flour next year, so we want to try to cook with it and see if we can actually make something we like.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we growing something if we can't use it? If we
Right.
don't like it.
I think we'll like it. We like rye bread, so that'll be a fun experiment. But yeah, maybe we'll make the fat breads. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll film cooking something next weekend. Who knows? We just
If you haven't seen us cooking them already, or you don't see us cooking them after this, it'll be in another video.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You'll live with
so.
that.
Yeah.
Life will go on. Chieftain out.